I googled how to do a pre-order marketing campaign and there was absolutely nothing on it. And then I googled what is a pre-order marketing campaign and there's nothing on that either, which surprised me a lot because pre-order campaigns are pretty common for authors, both in traditional publishing and in self-publishing. So I'm gonna give it my own definition right now. It's gonna be really simple. It is a campaign that encourages pre-orders. That's literally all it is. So what you see behind me here, this is my kind of overall marketing campaign and strategy for marketing leading up to the release. And it includes things like ARCs and a virtual signing and read along and giveaways and so on and so forth. But the pre-order campaign is even more specific than an overall marketing strategy because again, the goal is to run a campaign that leads people to pre-order. So not to say that this whole marketing strategy isn't also intended to encourage people to pre-order, because it is. But usually in a pre-order campaign, there is a very specific incentive that only the people who participate in the pre-order campaign will get. A very common example of this is character art, but there's so many other incentives you could do. So I want to kind of break down how to do a pre-order campaign. There's really just 3 requirements to doing a pre-order campaign. The first one is, of course, that your book has to be on pre-order for a pre-order campaign to work. The second one is to do something called proof of purchase, where a reader can submit proof that they did purchase that pre-order. And then the third step is an incentive to do these other 2 steps, to do the pre-order and submit their proof of purchase. Some kind of really exciting incentive. I often see character art, but there's tons of other stuff you can do. And we're gonna talk all about this, and I'm gonna start by sharing my own pre-order campaign. Really quick, let me pause and say you can definitely do a pre-order campaign by just asking people to pre-order and, you know, go about this a different way, and that would still be a pre-order campaign. But the reason that I see these 3 specific steps most often called a pre-order campaign is because that way you can actually track who orders it, and if they have given you the proof of purchase, then you are able to give a set group of people something really exclusive and exciting, like a bonus chapter or bonus this and that. We'll get into it. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am drinking this because I use the Amazon grocery thing and I always order my mochas these days because I really have gotten addicted to them, but for some reason they gave me this instead. And I was sad at first, but then I was like, oh, this will be good for my release. I need the extra energy, but oh my gosh, I'm like actually shaking. So sorry if this video is a little bit scattered. I am literally all over the place right now. But I want to give you some fun tips and also share with you my pre-order campaign. So let's start with mine. So what I'm going to do, obviously my book is on pre-order. If you didn't know that, it's linked below and you can check it out. But then the second step, that proof of purchase, I like to use a simple Google form, and I try to keep it very simple because this is essentially a giveaway. And so giveaways, the more simple they can be, the more likely people are to enter. If you make it too complicated, a lot of people will just be like, ah, it's too much work. I don't need it that bad. So try to keep it very simple. Obviously the main thing that you need is a way for them to give proof of purchase. So for me, I put in a little spot where they can upload a picture of their receipt, and there you go, that's proof of purchase. And then the second thing is to gather information so that you can send them the incentive that you promised they would get by pre-ordering. So for me, that's just an email address because I like to do digital gifts to everybody who orders, and that leads to my third step, which is choosing the incentive. And for me, I have seen character art used a lot, but here's the thing. If you're trying to get new readers who have never read your stories and you're using character art, the problem with that is that they don't know your characters yet, and so they don't have any reason to be excited about character art until after they read the story. So character art is more for you and for readers who have already read your stories and already love those characters. So it's very valuable, but not necessarily the best pre-order incentive unless you're like a really big time author and people already know your work really well and are really excited. So I personally like to try other things. So the first tip that I have for you is to reverse engineer these 3 steps and start with what you think your readers most want. What incentives would make them most excited? My favorite one to do, and which is what I'm doing for this pre-order campaign here in this video today, launching today, is to give away chapters of the enchanted crown. And on top of that, I like to do a grand prize giveaway. So I'm going to be doing this giveaway here for one grand prize winner. So essentially what I like to do is basically balance a really exciting big giveaway, which I can't give to everybody who pre-orders because this is expensive, right? But it makes it more exciting. And then on top of that, I do this digital giveaway, which doesn't cost me anything, but is still very exciting. And I'm able to give it to everybody who pre-orders. So then everybody wins. This balance of doing a really big giveaway paired with a bunch of smaller giveaways is really, really fun for me because I personally like giveaways where everybody wins. That's the best of both worlds in my mind. So yeah, when you boil it down and you look at this a little closer, honestly, a pre-order campaign is just a very, very specific giveaway that only people who pre-order can win. It could be other things, don't get me wrong. Like I said, there's really no definition on Google, so I am creating and crafting my own definition from what I have seen many other authors do and from what I've done myself. But this is like a big picture marketing strategy where you bring in all the different things that you're going to do, while a pre-order campaign, again, is specifically to encourage and campaign for people to pre-order. And to do that, that incentive or giveaway is really, really going to be the key to getting people to jump on board the pre-order. So like I said, my first tip is to reverse engineer what exactly do your readers want. And then my second tip, which I also hinted at, is to consider digital gifts and things that you don't have to spend too much money on, because that way you're able to give quite a bit more than you would if you had to buy something out of pocket, like a physical thing. And it's also a lot easier to send digital gifts than it is to mail out physical gifts. Even though, again, character art and bookmarks are fun and they're exciting and I have done those things, it's just a lot more work than a digital gift. My third tip is to take note of what other authors do. So pay attention to other authors' pre-order campaigns and see what they do to encourage pre-orders, because you might pick up some really creative tips. It really is a creative process and everyone's a little bit different, so you could pick up some really good ideas. But that leads to my fourth tip. I think we're on number 4, which is to not just do something because other authors do it. I know that seems kind of contradicting, but the thing is that what works for one author might not work for you. So it's good to always be aware of why you're doing it and not just copying somebody for the sake of copying them. Again, using that character art example, I know that some best-selling, traditionally published authors do character art as a pre-order incentive. But when I was thinking it through, I was thinking, you know, that's not going to draw in brand new readers for me and for my series, because brand new readers aren't going to know who my characters are. As excited as I would be about that, and as much as I want more character art and I would love that, it's something that you don't enjoy until you've gotten to know them. My fifth tip, I think we're on number 5, is to avoid pushing yourself too far and burning out, which is in here because it's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm super stressed and overwhelmed right now. And because of that, I have actually pushed this video that I'm recording out a week so that I can have a little bit more time off and focus on proofreading this guy and about 1 billion other things that need to get done this week. And so just be careful not to go overboard. This is the kind of stuff that sometimes takes a whole team to do. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, pay attention to that. And that leads to my next and final tip, which is that it's okay to do some of your marketing strategies or pre-order campaign type strategies after the release. If you find that you are overwhelmed and there's too much going on, keep in mind that the pre-order is not the only time you sell books. You can absolutely continue to do fun marketing strategies and things after a book is out. Books can be marketed after the release just as well as they can before. So if there's anything that ever feels like it's too much, just keep that in mind and consider doing that promotion after the release. All right, so that is how to do a pre-order campaign. Again, you could definitely do a toned down version too, where it's just the only thing that you absolutely have to have is the pre-order, and you could do less crazy strategies. But this particular, you know, campaign where you ask for proof of purchase and then you have an incentive / a giveaway is something that's really common in publishing, and I see it work really effectively actually. So again, just to remind you guys, my pre-order campaign starts today. And I will have the form linked below where you can put in your proof of purchase for the Enchanted Crown, and everyone who enters will win chapters of the Enchanted Crown, as well as be entered to win that grand prize right here, which is a bunch of fun extra bonus gifts. This is open US and international, and like I said, because I was overwhelmed, I ended up pushing this back, so it's literally just a 2 weeks and 2 days technically giveaway period, and it ends on release day, which is March 23rd, 2021, when the Enchanted Crown comes out into the world. And I will be announcing the winner of the grand prize during the live stream release party. Hint, hint. If you want to know more about all these fun things going on, sign up for my newsletter in the links below, and I will be in touch with you guys there with more details. Holy crap, I am still shaking. I need to go eat some food because that espresso is way too much for me. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope that you'll give this video a thumbs up to let me know you liked it, and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and definitely subscribe if you want to see the behind the scenes of marketing, because that is coming up very soon. I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Okay, bye.